Recording light.
Okay, I
Okay.
think it works. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our movie club. Today we continue with what's the name of this? Better Than Us. Oh, who's better than us? Did I ask you before?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let me guess. It's bots, right? So we're talking about bots. And today's episode number 5. So we did not have to what's the word for this? To present everyone else from character list. We already know everyone, right? Except only one character that actually put in bold here. Oh, who is this?
Dr. Valash.
Who is he?
He's the main doctor at Georgie Past hospital.
Former hospital, right? Okay, teacher Lee, how it's in America? So in America, who is in charge of the hospital? It's kind of a doctor or some kind of, I don't know.
Usually it's an administrator.
Administrator. Okay.
Today, they may or may not be a doctor. They might just be a manager person in charge of budget and, that kind of crap. PR, who knows? I don't know the hospital structure. I tried not to go to hospitals. So I avoid them like the plague.
It's a high rank.
Yeah, but my question was, so in Russia, let's say, for instance, hospital always run by kind of a main lead doctor. So the one who is in charge is a doctor. And I never understood why. Because he's not a manager.
I don't. Right. I don't think we have that. I suspect our administrators are not doctors at all. Yeah.
Yes, strange thing.
But I'm not sure.
So again, maybe you understand why do we need a doctor to be in charge of the hospital?
My girlfriend is a doctor, and she works for a private clinic, and they have two managers. One manager is a head of doctor. I don't know why, and it's not a good manager. And the second manager, director, and partially they have different options. The doctor manage all doctors, the strategy of development of treatment and other factors, but the director works advertisement and supply chain and other deals in finance.
Yeah, but you're talking about private hospital.
Yeah. My opinion is the CEO of the hospital ought to be an administrator, someone who knows PR and networking and budget and schedules and administrative stuff. Yeah. The number 2 person ought to be a doctor in charge of all the doctors. And the doctor tells the doctors what to do. And the head guy just manages the hospital. That's my opinion, but
it is the highest job title in the hospital.
I don't
CEO?
know. Oh, no, they don't use that in the hospital. I just use COXO. To me, the CO ought to be a manager and the XO ought to be a doctor. The doctor takes care of the doctors and the CO or the head guy takes care of the hospital. Money and budget and make sure it's operating,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
because
yeah.
I think you can be a brilliant doctor, you can save people, but you can be a terrible manager, right? So you
yeah.
And I never understood this, but we have this rotten structure in Russia, I say.
Yeah. And when the administrator tries to tell the doctors what to do, you get a mess because they don't have any medical knowledge.
Right.
So you need a doctor in charge of doctors and a non-doctor in charge of non-doctor stuff. Yeah, my opinion. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds very logical. Okay, let's go and answer questions that we have to this class, and let's start with number 1. Shaima, would you like to?
Hello, teacher Liana.
I was the first one.
Hello.
What happened immediately after the car crash and the end of the last episode? after the car crash, both Gleb and Erisa are still barely alive, and Erisa is still struggling to kill him. But he shoots her one more time, and finally, he could stop her. But in the episode, you said the teacher that he killed her. I can't believe that he can't kill her.
It quit functioning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what else? One more thing happened.
He called he called the office to have a medical card maybe, and he have her in like something like coffin, and go to the office, the Victor's office after that.
Okay.
Yep. So kidnapped, right? Can we say kidnapped or captured?
Yeah. Yeah. In a lot of these movies, gangster movies, when they say, I need a cleanup crew, cleanup crew, that means when there's been a murder and there's blood everywhere and evidence everywhere, a cleanup crew comes to the scene, takes the body away, hides it, cleans up all the blood, and makes it look like a pristine scene where no crime has been committed. So he called for a cleanup crew. I need a cleanup crew immediately. And then he passed out.
So clear. Okay.
So that's a cleanup crew. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I cannot help but make a joke about Microsoft Word. Angel, do you understand why the next question is number 6?
What'd you say? Question 2?
Do you understand why the next question that we have is marked as number 6?
6. I don't know why it's not in order. Okay, it's not sequence. Where's number 2?
Yeah, but I just found the explanation, and it's always funny, you know, with these systems, because it's continuation of this list. So we have 5 characters. It's
Except the first
sometimes
one.
the systems they mess up with list.
Yeah. Right click on the number 6, Ivan. Right click on it and select continue numbering.
But it's Google Drive. It's something.
Oh, Google Drive. Okay. Google and Word don't like each other. Okay.
You've got eagle eye.
Yeah. Okay. Angel, would you like to answer
What?
question number 6?
Yeah, that's right. When Glove delivers a damaged eraser to Cronus HQ, what happens when she's turned back on? She immediately attacked them. They turn out to be hostile and aggressive, then she attacked them. And then Glove shoots her again.
Yeah. But he did it like immediately, right? So he was ready. I like it this moment.
We have a saying, burn me once, shame on me. Burn me twice, shame on
Shame on you.
So he's got that gun ready. As soon as she wakes up, grabs the gun.
He has already warned them. Yeah. But he didn't listen to him.
Yeah. He's robot shy now. He doesn't trust them at all.
But why Arisa attacked them? Angel, what do you think?
Yeah, because she believes they are a danger to her family. So that's why she's trying to protect her family, Georgie and Igor, and what's the little the girl? Sonia? I just forgot. Sonia. Sonia, yes.
Okay, so we understand this.
And by one of the laws of robotics, she's trying to preserve her own existence. They're trying to kill her, so she's going to try to kill them.
Yeah.
Although they are the creator, they're the one who create her. You see.
Yeah, that law should be overridden by Obey a Human, but she's not the normal robot. Okay.
Okay, let's go to number 7. Salma, would you like to? Salma, would you like to answer number 7? We don't hear you.
Yes, I'm here. Yes. Describe.
It's number 7. How does Allah feel?
Can you zoom in a little larger on your screen, Yvonne?
Okay.
I'm not sure if it may not be larger. I don't know. Now it goes.
Yeah, it seems.
I guess that's as big as it gets on the screen.
Teacher,
Okay.
the same question is with us is number 3. How does Allah feel towards Georgie? Is number 3, not 7.
Well, on
Yeah,
his
yeah.
screen, it's number
Oh,
7.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so,
That's
so
why we yeah.
okay. So would you like to answer this number 3 and 7? Aka 7?
Okay. How does Allah feel towards Georgie regarding Igor's? Yeah, she blames him for Igor's dilemma, being arrested in the police station and being delivered to court after a few days, and she make it everything his fault, and he reminds her that she had a control of Igor before he moved into with them at her apartment. So perhaps it's her fault. So there was an exchange of each one try to blame the other. But I believe she participated in her son dilemma, of course.
Yeah, so as teacher Lee wrote in the chat, it was a blame game, right? I like
Yeah.
the expression blame throwing, right? When you throw the blame, so it's on you.
Yeah. And our hand gesture for that is this. It's your fault. It's your fault. So we go like that. That means you're blaming each other.
We're panicking each other.
Yeah.
Good.
So we say there's enough blame to go around. Everybody gets some blame. Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
at least at this point, the two parents try to help their son, and this is a positive aspect. They are together and they try to help him with the lawyer and with the investigation.
I just want to say something. Actually, there's an idiom, I think, or saying, when you want to say both of them are involved, it takes two to tango, I guess, right?
Yeah. It takes two to tango, but I don't know.
Can
I don't know
say
if that doesn't really apply here because there's a third
Why?
party. Igor is number 3, so you can't do the two to tango because there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, when Georgie blames Allah, his wife, and vice versa, just the parents blame one another. That's what I mean.
I don't
That
think
doesn't
it's,
really.
yeah,
That
it's
doesn't
different,
apply
right?
here.
It's
Okay.
it can be different, like if I behave bad towards you and you behave bad towards me, then it takes 2 for tango because there are only 2 of us. But if we talk about someone else, it's something different.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay. But do you think that it's always parents' fault if a boy is in the
Sorry?
boys? Do you think that it's always the parents should be blamed for kids' behavior or not? It's open question for everyone.
Yeah, of course he make his mind and the giant liquidators by himself. But I think the family when we have a divorce case, so it's help kids to derive from the straight path and maybe join some wrong activities like that.
Well, my opinion on this subject, vary with time. Sometimes I think, yes, it's all parents' kind of responsibility. Sometimes, I see how kids behave, and I don't think that, parents can do anything with this. So it's hard to
When
say.
they're-
Sometimes it's society, for instance.
Yeah, when they're young, young kids stay at home all the time. You've got some control over them, but when they get like a teenager,
Yeah,
they're
it's
too
difficult.
independent. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they don't care what you say. So sometimes it's the kid's fault. I mean, sometimes it's just the kid's fault.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, let's go to the next question. And let me just remind you that Vlad, Irina, and Varlamov, it's all police officers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Salma, would you like to answer this one?
Yes. Describe the disagreement between Vlad, Irina, and Varlamov regarding keeping Igor in jail. Rina and Vlad both argue with Varlamov that they really have no good reason how or why he holds Igor. But he informed them that Igor is the key to Georgie. So he holds Igor to get rid of Georgie. This is the key to arrest him. But he needs an evidence that can force Georgie to confess about what he did in the morgue to arrest him instead of Igor.
Yeah, and to me, it seems like something with low moral, something like hostage taking or blackmailing or something like this. What do you think? Is it okay?
It's a little unethical. Yeah. He's got an ulterior motive. He doesn't really care about Igor. He doesn't really even care about Georgie. He's trying to get Toropov. He's trying to get Victor.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
he's trying to use Igor to get to Georgie to get to Victor. So he's got his own agenda. We say he has his own agenda.
Own agenda.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't like the means, the kind of the tools that they use, right? So taking
Exactly.
hostages
So
is something very low.
Yeah.
in
So
my book.
Irina and Vlad are saying this is not right, and that and they're right. What he's doing is not ethical, but he's stubborn and he's going to do it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Next one. Did you like to add something here to this question or to the next one?
That's all right.
Yeah.
No,
I
just,
just see. Yeah.
Okay, the next question, if you don't mind. You hear me?
It's number 9. Describe how Victor.
Sorry.
Number
Should
9.
be
Number 9.
Victor's. Yeah.
All right. Describe how Victor's Arisa 2.0 Superbot impressed Alexei when he first met her. So he got impressed, number one, by her beauty. She was beautiful. He thought at first that she was human. And number two, she was telling him compliments, and also she was so nice. She offered him a new shirt when his shirt got dirty with coffee. She even blinked with her eyes. She said that he looks awesome in white. He likes her, but to be honest, I didn't really understand this part, because all sex bots were the same. I don't see anything special yet. She was just telling compliments.
She had initiative. Sex bots do what you tell them. You tell them to kiss, they kiss. You tell them to lie down, they lie down. but you have to tell them to do it.
What to do.
She had
Uh-huh.
initiative. She straightened his collar without being told. She winked at him without being told. She touched his
there's-
cheek without being told. She was taking action on her own volition.
I
And
think
that's what-
there's a girl who was controlling her. I just forgot her name. The girl who was controlling the.
Katya.
Yes,
Katya.
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
but it's-
controlling the robot.
Right. But that's why he was impressed, was this robot was doing things without him
Yeah.
telling her to do it. She was doing things, on her own. And that's why he was impressed. Wow, she straightened my collar. She
Yeah.
touched my cheek, she
That
she
melts
cares
his
about
heart.
me,
Yeah,
So-
it
He
melts his
even
heart.
he even touched her to make sure that she's a robot. She was beautiful. He thought she's human, right?
thought she was dumb,
can see it.
but she was smarter than he expected. Smarter.
I
Okay.
can see differences in the level of beauty between Arisa and the other, but be honest. She's so
Right.
beautiful, but the others are not.
Yeah,
Yeah, but,
they're all pretty to
excuse
me.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can see that Alexei, he
Oh,
was
really?
right? We can see this. So Alexei, he was impressed. He was kind of involved in this game. So we can't ignore this. But I found
And
this really funny, obviously. So it's like vacuum cleaners that say something like, "Oh, it's so dirty here. You should take me for a walk." Something like this.
Yeah. No, but this taking initiative, this
Uh-huh.
means doing something before you're told to do it. This is actually a critical individuality trait. Some jobs want people that will take initiative. If you see a dangerous situation and you do something to keep people from being injured by putting like a coordinate off and say, danger, don't go here, there's a hole in the floor. If you take initiative on your own to protect people, some employers love that. They will hire you because they want people that care and that will take action without being told. Other people might say, oh, there's a big hole in the floor. Somebody's going to step in that, and they do nothing, walk away. Later, somebody comes along, steps in the hole, hurts himself. That other person
Well,
did not take any initiative because it's not my job. It's not my job, So
Yeah.
some
It's
people
someone's
like
job.
initiative and some don't.
What do we
Yeah.
call the person who, take initiative?
Husband,
What do we call? Huh?
just
No.
People who take initiative,
Yeah, is there a special name to address them?
they are
just take
responsible.
initiative.
Samaritan? Oh, Samaritan,
Oh,
maybe?
Samaritan. Nah,
Mm.
that's not the same as taking initiative.
Okay.
To take initiative is to
humanitarian?
do something.
Humanitarian,
No.
maybe?
You just take initiative. That's the only way to describe it.
Okay.
Now, if you take initiative,
Mm.
if you take initiative, you may do something that the boss does not want you to do.
Okay.
Why did you contact the customer? Why did you tell the customer we're going to do that? That's going to cost us money. Don't do that. Don't take initiative. It costs me money. You ask me, I'll decide what you should do. So some bosses don't want employees to take initiative because they want to control. So taking initiative can be good or bad. It depends on your boss.
Well, it depends
agree,
yeah, I agree. So in many cases, it's what we look in our employees. In my company, we look people to be initiative. So we blame people if they don't take initiative. We blame them. So you could, but you didn't. So you are not eligible for this work. You cannot take you cannot have this work because we are looking for brilliant, bold, smart people, not people who say, it's already 6 p.m. I'm going to drink my beer, or it's not, I'm not paid to do this, So I hate some such attitude. If I ever heard, I'm not paid for this, for me it's mean you never will be, So if you don't doing something for yourself, so nobody is going to pay you for this. But it can depend on the company, I guess.
if you walk into a business and everything's broke, oh, the printer doesn't work. Oh, this coffee maker doesn't work. Oh, this doesn't work. That means no one takes initiative.
Yep.
Yeah.
If no one tells you to fix it, it just stays broke for years.
Exactly. Okay, next one, number
So
10.
it's a mental attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 10. Vova, could you help us? What deal?
What deal does Varlamov make with Georgie to get Igor out of jail? Varlamov and Georgie talked a little bit, and Varlamov said that he could release Igor and he doesn't need Igor in jail,
Mhm.
but he wants Georgie to come to jail.
Not George. Do you think so? George
Yeah.
to the jail? I don't remember this one, but I saw that George was kind of, what the word was, recruited by Varlamov. So he's now an agent, right? Confessed his crime.
Well, Varlamov said, if you go to prison, if you confess and go to prison, I'll release your son.
Okay, so always correct.
That was the initial deal.
And
And then later, Georgie said, yeah, that's not really what you're after. What are you really after? You know, and then he said that he was trying to get Victor.
yeah, and what was the word for this? What Varlamov did to Georgia? He recruited him. He defected him. What's the word for this? He made him an agent.
He's trying to kind of recruit him. He's by threatening with prison, he's kind of extorting him. When you force someone to do something, that's extort. So he's trying to use his son to force him to cooperate with him. So in that sense, he's extorting Georgie to get his cooperation. You don't help me, your son goes to prison.
Yeah.
You help me, I release your sons. So he's extorting Georgie to get his cooperation. So in the same sense, he's trying to recruit Georgie to work with him against Victor. So it's kind of
What did he do,
extortion and
Victor?
recruitment. Yeah.
Usually, police always have, this secret agent, this kind of double agent or something who are actually gangsters, but they, have some compromise or something. So police use them. How we call them? Agents, informers.
We call them informers.
Informers
or moles.
Moles,
But their purpose is only to get information. They just eavesdrop and feed information. That's all they do. They don't take action, sabotage.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's move forward. Sergey, you are so quiet. Would you like to take number 11?
Describe what happened.
Before this, describe the incident, right? Number 11.
Describe the incident where Marina and Alla tried to convince a lady judge to get Yegor out of jail. And they went to the lady judge and they asked, where is Yegor? And lady judge told you inform I forgot the name. I forgot the word. Обманывать.
You fooled me, right? You misinformed me.
Yes.
Yeah.
You fooled me because Yegor is not at jail. I didn't find the information about Yegor. Somebody took him from jail. It's not possible. It's a government jail. What's happened? And they didn't know what's happened. And after that, they started to investigate this situation. And lady judge told him, I don't want to work with you because it's a pity. And I don't know what's happened. And I go from you.
Yeah, what about Varlamov and his boss? What did they think about the situation?
It's a the situation between Varlamov and his boss is a continuous, continued previous conversation in the start of this movie when the boss informed him, please stop to investigate it. Please go to this young gangster because it's our of it is our topic, not Victor, not Kronos, not Safronov. It's only a gangster, but they have the short conversation, and then Varlamov returned. His colleague informed him, I will support you, and I want to know what's happened in the past between boss and between you and between the Poles. And Varlamov started to Varlamov
He wanted to explain, right, situation?
he wanted to explain the situation, and he got the information, the papers about his previous crime, where he had a problem.
Yeah, exactly. And was Varlamov suspended? Do you remember? Because of this situation?
Not. I remember that he killed somebody, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what does mean suspension, right? So if you are suspended, what does it mean?
I don't know.
It means that you
Temporary.
don't work,
Stop
right?
from
Don't
working.
work
Yes.
for this case anymore. Yeah.
Only this case, or just not working at all for a certain period, maybe?
It means go home and stay home for a few weeks.
Not just this case.
In any case, when you're suspended from work or suspended from school, you're told to go home and stay away.
Yeah.
And
probably
you might
you
not
not-
be paid.
Yeah, not getting paid, right? So it's kind of like vacation, but not you're not getting paid, right?
Sometimes we suspend people with pay, which is to me stupid because that's not a punishment. That's a vacation. Yeah. But Svetov and Varlamov are like me and my students. I ask yes, no questions. Did I tell you to do this? Yes. Did you do it? No. Why did you not do it? I don't know. You know, not a good answer.
Well,
You're suspended.
yeah, I understand what you're talking about. Okay, so number 12, right? Shaima, would you like to?
Okay. About the demonstration, right?
Yeah.
Describe what happened at the planned demonstration inside the federal building. Alex and Vic are taking Reza to a meeting in a federal building to give a superbot demonstration. And when they arrive, they learn that the Wi-Fi signals are blocked inside the building for security purposes. And then Vic and Maslov try to see the problem right away, while Katya can't control Reza's to enter the building. So at this point, the demonstration already make a huge danger for them. And they can't think out of box. But when Reza approaches the building, and Katya try to a little control in attentive control, Vic make a good decision he still must to make pretend that there is a damage by when she across the road. She was smashed and have a car, a moving car damage her. So that was happened already, and she gets badly damaged. The demonstration is cancelled due to bad luck. And
Yeah, but I like
Ellie-
Victor. Yes, I like Victor in this scene because he was so kind of decisive, right? So it's not so easy
Yeah.
to decide, you know, to smash the robot into the traffic jam, right? Because it's bad for reputation, right? So he had to find a balance, right? How not to hurt corporations too hard, right?
yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
you totally. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting one.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is number 13, right? Angel, would you like to?
Right. What does Vic learn when he wakes up Vaisas a second time? And what order does he give to Gleb? Well, he asked her, why did she want to kill him? What's the reason? And she replied to him that she's trying to protect her family. And he was gobsmacked or flabbergasted as soon as he said a family. Then he learned that Gleb told him family is Georgie and Igor and Sonia. Yeah, I just forgot her name. Sonia, I guess. And they asked him to bring them.
Yeah, interesting one, right? So it start to connect all the dots together, right? At this point, so protecting family, and who is your family? Doctor, what was his surname? Dr. Varlamov, what? George, what is
Safronov.
Safronov? Yeah, Dr. Safronov.
Yeah.
Dr. Safronov. Okay.
Well, she didn't say his name at this point in time. She just said, I've got a father and a son and a daughter,
Yeah.
and they are my family. You know,
And they have close-knit.
close-knit family. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
What
And,
about
Good
Maz?
idea to program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
he asked me. Okay, go ahead, Angel.
I just want to say, and the Vic is considered to be a peril. Can I say peril? It's like danger.
We would say a danger. Yeah, normally we say danger.
Okay, danger.
So he had to assure her, okay, I won't harm your family. So she would stop trying to kill him.
Does she know she's a robot? Maybe she's deceived to be. I mean, she's deluded and thinks she's a human.
No, she knows she's a robot because what does she say when people offer her food? She says, no, a robot cannot consume wine. No,
Yeah.
she knows
Wow.
that she's a robot. Yeah. And my processor, she says, my processor is undamaged.
And
No,
she
she
has
knows-
developed emotional cluster, I guess. I said.
But yeah, her advanced design, she has an emotional cluster that other robots don't have.
Uh-huh.
So she's unique among all the robots in the world. That's why she's valuable to Victor.
Mhm.
That's why they call her a super bot. She's got something that other bots don't have.
Yeah.
And he asked Maslow, what did he ask Maslow about this problem? Can you remove it? Can you get rid of that emotional cluster so I can tell her what to do?
Yeah, that I can't. Yes.
Yeah,
And
but
he said
still,
no.
so-
Okay.
It's so strange idea, you know, to put in a sex robot idea of the family, and, you know, so I understand it's kind of connected, but still.
I don't think she was designed as a sex bot per se.
Okay.
I think she was just designed as an advanced generation.
Okay, just
Originally, the idea was that she could say no to some things to make her a little more human, like.
yeah.
But she's kind of expanded that, AI. She kind of changed her own programming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see it like she is not just a sex robot. She's kind of a new generation of robots that, you know, a wife, right, to you, to protect the family, to take care of the children, of you, of everything.
She can take initiative and sometimes say no,
Yeah.
know. but
Okay.
not randomly. Not randomly. You know, will you cook for me? No, I won't. You know, it's not that way. It's like, you know, if you ask for something like a sexual favor, sometimes she'll say yes, and sometimes she might say no. I've got a headache. You know, so they
You
wanted
Raisa?
something a little, huh?
Are you talking about Raisa?
Arisa,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. She's the reason she's different is the Chinese programmed something into her that let her sometimes say no under certain circumstances.
yeah. Emulation
But
of
she has kind
previous.
of,
Do you guys?
yeah, to act more human-like. Yeah. But she has kind of evolved
Oh.
beyond that, where she's more independent than that.
Yeah. Do you guys remember?
So that was unexpected.
Yeah. Do you guys remember? As soon as they create Raisa, and there was a worker who tried to touch it sexually, and she throttled him and killed him.
Yeah, this guy from
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. So that means she's not. She doesn't program to have.
You're-
Sex or something.
She told him, you are not a registered user, you know. so get married first, she told him.
Mhm.
Okay, let's move to the next one, number 14. Anyone want to tell us about?
I don't understand this one, guys. I know he got suspended, but I don't understand what inside those files.
Well,
Anyone?
the file talks about a crime in the past that Varlamov investigated. Remember, he used to be with homicide, remember?
Yeah.
He was with a different department. At that time, there was a crime where many children were going missing and were later
Okay.
found to be dead.
Mhm.
So children were being murdered in a serial murder kind of situation. And he tied it to Viktor Toropov, but he could never prove it. And he, just like this situation with Georgie, he kept trying to get Toropov. Stop trying to get Toropov. Yes, sir. He kept trying to get Toropov. Didn't I tell you to stop trying to get him? Yes, sir. What are you doing? I'm still trying to get him, sir. You're fired. So he got fired for going after Toropov on this previous case. That's the file. And that's why he hates Viktor Toropov so bad, is because of the crime that he committed in the past that's in this file. Irina doesn't know why. Why do you hate Toropov so much? He said, read this file and learn what he did in the past. Then you'll understand why I hate him so much and I want to get him. So that the file is a past crime of Toropov that was never proven.
Mhm, mhm.
And
Well,
Varlamov won't let go.
Yeah. And we learned that Vic is not a good guy, right? So we knew this before, but now it's even darker, right? What's the word for this? Even worse.
Yeah.
Okay, number 15. Oh, please, could you help us?
Explain the past tense.
Teacher Lee,
Angel, please.
just ask the question. Teacher Lee, there's a phrasal verb. When when I remind someone of something bad he has already done, I just forgot it. Rub it out on someone or something like that. What is it?
Rub it in.
I can't remember, but I'm trying. When someone, did something, bad in the past, and then I tried to remind him, oh, do you remember what you did in the past?
Oh, you mean hold a grudge?
No, not hold a grudge. It
Okay,
has rub. I'm pretty sure it has rub. I can't recollect what that was.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
okay. Let's move forward.
It's okay.
So, number 15, Vova, could you please?
Explain the past event caused that caused Victor to ruin George's medical career, caused his estrangement from Allah.
What happened?
Uh, Victor had a son,
Mhm.
and his son was injured
Mhm.
in a car accident, and it was very dangerous
Mhm.
because he had a chance to live one from
Out of
out
one.
of 100.
Mhm.
And Georgie tried to
Save him?
save him, but he failed.
Exactly. And how medical career was ruined?
Victor got angry
Mhm.
and
And forced, boss to suspend George, right? Do you remember in the movie they said, Victor is well connected? What does it mean, well connected?
he has some powerful friends.
Yeah, it's about networking, right? So you are well connected because you know who do you call if you have a problem, right? So you call a senator and say, this hospital has a problem or something. So please take care. Or something like this. Yeah, very good, Law. Okay. What about number 16? Nesma, would you like to?
Yes, sure. How does Georgie find out that Allah was monitoring him and the kids in their apartment? He was getting ready to move out of the apartment to leave the apartment to his ex-wife. And he found the cameras. He didn't know about them before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was he surprised?
Yes, he was. Or maybe not. Maybe he knows his wife. He knows his wife. Disappointed. Maybe he gave me this plain face that gave me, an impression that he expected some things from her. I don't know.
He was a little surprised, but he didn't seem angry about it.
Expected, maybe.
Yeah. And at this moment, Nesma, Allah, what Allah did? So Allah was kind of returned to Georgia already, or not?
Hatred?
Yeah. Do you remember? So in this episode, Allah returned to Georgia, right? So they kind of
Originally, no.
Pretended, maybe.
He was going to move out, and she was going to move back in.
Mhm.
Yes.
And when she said that, he said, "Well, I just talked to Victor Toropov, and we need to live together for a little while," because he made a deal with Victor. Remember, they got to be a family so that they can be a reality show. So when she said, "Okay, time for you to get out," he said, "Well, maybe we ought to live together because I made a deal." So that was unplanned on her part.
It was a show, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So they wanted to play like a family. Even the grandpa showed up, and it was like a typical family.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was for Victor, I guess. You're right, teacher.
Okay. I think we answered a few next questions, right? So we understand what deal make Victor, right? We understand something about this picnic. And Victor, what happened with Victor and Svetlana? Let's talk about the past, right? Past event. Victor and Svetlana. Sergey, do you remember?
Yes, I remember the moment, and Victor and Svetlana discuss about Boris. Was name of their son, and Victor told him that about the memory of Boris, and Svetlana answered him, "Not my son is painting now." Victor breast так oh my God, again. And he understand that Svetlana got crazy, and he didn't try to discuss about Boris again, and Boris painted fast, and was really scary for me, and
Mhm.
he passed, and he painted, and in my opinion, this conversation was not good and was not useful for both sides, because they are staying on the different different sides of the river.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, nicely said, right? Side of the river. Thank you, Sergey. Okay, what about Yegor's and Nikolai? Nikolai is a grandfather, right? And Yegor is a son. So they were on this picnic, family picnic. So what they talked about? Who can remember? Salma, please.
Yes, early Igor to apologize to his father about what happened to Alex. Then he asked his grandpa to that he will or would go and stay with him at his home tonight or that night, because he gonna meet his girlfriend, but his grandfather ordered him think, or to say or say your thought, not or not put yourself in danger because of a girl.
Salma, to tell you the truth, I had difficulties with sound. Not sure that I understand the whole.
I kind of put it in the chat. She said basically that he told Igor not to do stupid things because other people are telling him to do it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, just to express his thoughts and his feelings, not the others.
Mhm. Sergey, did you want to add something to this?
Yeah, and I want to add that the Nikolai was wise because he was very old, and he know the trust motivation of young persons and young boys especially, and he want I know, guy, and you wanted to express young lady, yep. Not. It's my ideas. Yeah. It's your ideas.
Yeah.
Stupid boy. Yeah,
Teacher,
it's in my experience, it's a usual situation with the old generation and young generation. Young generation didn't know a lot of dangerous consequences of their stupid attempts.
yeah, and moreover, right, young generations, they think that they're so special and no one understands them, right? So they're and this, older generation just not aware of their problem or something. Actually, one small comment. If you're writing in the chat, probably you're writing in one private chat. Because yes, please check it.
Oh, is that?
I can.
Who
I don't
am I
see.
writing to? Oh, it's going to Angel. I'm sorry. Okay. Somehow I went to Angel. That's weird. Okay. My mistake. Okay. So this situation is what we call peer pressure. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm against robots because all my friends are against robots. So, if they're doing it, everyone's against robots. So I'm going to them. And so what parent usually says is, well, if they all jump off a cliff, are you going to jump off a cliff too? Trying to make you see that if other people are doing stupid things, you shouldn't be doing stupid things with them.
Yeah.
So that's what Nikolai was trying to tell him, is Don't do stupid things just because your friends are doing stupid things.
Yeah, but we still do, right? So people are social animals. We just do what people around us do. So peer pressure, it's a good word. Okay, let's finish it on the 21, right? So we stopped on Arisha and Georgie. Shaima, please.
Okay, I like this part. Describe the conversation between Arisa and Georgie regarding Ala's addition to the family. While cleaning up from their picnic, Arisa tells Georgie that Ala is an interference with the family's happiness. And while he tries to convince her to love Allah, she told him that she doesn't consider Allah as a part of her family, and she wants to take control of her family and exclude Allah. And Georgie disagree, and he explained that Allah is still his wife. While Ariza is insisted in that she just his ex-wife, she offers to be his new wife with more advantages than any other wife, and he still hesitated to have a robot instead of his wife. While he not sure from being in love with Allah, but he feels that it will be the most proper solution for his family, maybe.
Yeah, as I think this conversation.
I'm so sorry, but finally there was a final scene when the robot assures him that Allah doesn't love him and often lies to him as if she can read emotions.
Yeah. Sergey, please.
It would be strange to love the bot, I think, and that's why Georgie is a clever man, and he understands that she's the bot, she is the human. What's the problem? Why do you want to attract me? She's the bot. She didn't. I understand this is the program. The program managed you, not your feeling. You don't have a feeling. I understood it.
Yeah, but it's so interesting for our story, right? Because we don't know what will happen now. So will bot kill Allah? Let's say one opportunity, right? Will bot say, you know, you are not my family anymore, so you are not a primary user anymore, you know, and it will destroy the deal with Kronos, with Victor, with everyone, right? So we are on the in a very interesting position now because robot got jealousy, right? I think that's the key idea of the episodes.
I think that when lady became to jealous, she be very strange, very energy, very scary for around other ladies, and include the men who was jealous. And imagine when the robot with the power, with the artificial intellect started to be jealous. I think it's apocalypse.
It's not an enemy that you would like, right, to have.
So this situation, Arisa sees it as simple. She's perfect in every way. Allah lies and is jealous and has all these evil emotions. Clearly, she's better than Allah. I mean, just in every way. And then Georgia says, no, Allah has one thing that you don't have. She's human. And Arisa can't understand the difference. Yeah, but I can do everything she can do. But you're not human. Arisa can't understand the one point that Georgie's making. See, Georgie still doesn't like robots. Georgie has never liked robots, and he still doesn't like robots. No matter how perfect Arisa is, she's a bot. And in his mind, that's a flaw. And she can't understand his hanging to Allah just because she's a stupid human. So,
Yeah.
so it's a woman issue here, right?
She's
Why do you
telling
like
the
her
truth,
more than me?
guys.
Huh?
I mean, Raisa told Georgie that Allah doesn't like you.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
telling the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, Angela, it's a
At this
very
point-
good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. So she said, I'm trained to recognize emotions, right? And Allah is feeling, repulsion towards you. So she does not like you. Is it okay for you?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Allah's lying. She doesn't love Georgie. She still wants to go back to Australia to be with Leo. Yeah, so Arisa's saying, yeah, she doesn't like you. She hates you. She wants to leave you and go to Australia, and still Georgie wants to give her a try. So Arisa can't understand this.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting. So probably I think it might broke Arisa kind of mentally, might broke the program, right? So I cannot get it. So what should I do, right? So I can get a random decision or something, something eerie. Let's see. Okay,
There
and
are
the
many
last one.
possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and the last one, final scene. Anyone? Victor is visiting a cemetery. I don't know, was it important or not? Sergey, please.
Yeah, and I want to explain the not usual position for Russian from Russian people. In Russia, we don't have this cemetery, this type of cemetery. We have the cemetery in the forest, in the but not. It's in my opinion, this is American. It's U.S. cemetery
Yeah.
type. It's not. I have not seen the similar cemetery. Never in Russia.
I
But
was
we understand
wondering
why.
about that. I was
Yeah.
saying, boy, this looks awful American.
But we understand why, right, Sergey? If we will present, Russian cemetery to a public, so they will just disgust by this because exactly.
Ew.
Exactly. Okay, so but what about
I
final scene? Yeah.
I think the Victor worries about his son Boris, and he thought about maybe he's a devil, but not devil 100%, maybe 99%, and 1% as a human.
Yeah, I agree with you. So before that episode, before this scene, Victor was, all black, right? All black, nothing good. So the creators of the episode just, changed this a little bit. He had something, white in his mind, like this. Okay, I think that's all with our questions for today. It was a nice scene. Do you guys have any questions, please? Do you want to share something with us? Your favorite lines, your favorite, I don't know, what, scenes or something? Nothing, right? I don't think we have time for slides. Maybe one slide for each participants. Bola, could you please start with this one?
Okay. Ahisa and Gleb.
Gleb, yes.
Ahisa and Gleb are lying below the car because the car suddenly crashed on them.
Mhm.
It's and their boss Ahisa grabbed Gleb's leg.
Why? She's attacking him, obviously. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a strange kind of metal thing on the right.
But Gleb has a pistol gun.
Gun? Mhm,
gun.
mhm. Teacher Lee, did you ever, did you ever had a car, old one that starts not with a starter, electrical starter, but with this, kind of a, what's the name for this? A wheel, a lever?
We call it a hand crank.
Hand crank.
Hand crank. No, that's like 1920s. We don't have that anymore.
I had one when I was young. I had one, so I had a car with this.
Wow.
And when I'm looking on this picture, on the right side, it's exactly hand drive. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I don't know what that's for. Yeah, because these cars weren't hand cranked. These were modern cars.
Do you guys do you guys know what I mean by this hand crank? So just Google it. It's interesting technology, to start a car. Okay.
I think they use it wheels, car wheels.
It's
It's
not
too long. Yeah, I don't. That's what I was thinking too. But it's too long to be a jack. We call it a jack, the tire jack.
Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too long for that, but it doesn't make sense.
It's funny.
I don't know. Yeah, Ivan, it looks out of place.
Sergey, could you please describe this picture?
Yeah, the moment in this photo we can see the moment when Arisa attacked Victor and Maslovsky, and Gleb killed her again. And around this, in the left side and the right sides, we can see the other types of bots, but maybe not succeeded model. And it looks like a showroom for new bots for clients. I think it's triangles windows, and it's futuristic lights, not chairs, but I think it's showroom.
And I forgot the name for this kind of glasses, framework glasses or something.
We call that lattice. A lattice is a framework. It can be squares. It can be triangles. It can be hexagons. I would just call it a latticed window.
Yeah, and on the top, it's kind of a monitor, I think, like some kind of a hologram, right?
Some kind of hologram, 3D projection. Yep.
Nice. Okay, let's find something with many details. What about this one? Alama, can you talk? Can you describe the picture? Probably not. Nesma, would you like to?
Yes, sure. So this is the fake Arisa 1.0. This is when Victor decided to escape from this hard situation by getting her smashed by a car. That was smart of him. I would do the same thing. Now we can see a federal building, federal building, and people waiting for the minister to start a meeting. And, that's really it.
Yeah. Do you know why there is a small metal pole or metal, bar or something on the sidewalk? The black one.
I think not to park the car.
Yeah. It's to prevent cars parking here, to prevent cars go there. So there are metal poles like this on sidewalk, so people can walk, but cars cannot move here. And honestly, I have not heard about jammed governmental houses in my life, never. So I don't think it's the case, when mobile phones and Wi-Fi doesn't work inside the building, something strange.
Yeah, I was surprised too. Yeah.
But I remember
Why
one
not?
case. I remember one case when I was young. I was a student of the university. University jumped communication in the university campus for the period of examination. So we cannot use mobile phones at that time because it's all communication was jumped. But I don't know, is it a kind of repeated case or it was just once? Not sure.
If there are, classified data there, or maybe they are going to speak about something and discuss a national thing for security purpose, why not?
It could be that their internet is hardwired, Devon, to prevent snooping in from the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like you. I haven't heard of any buildings that do that. One more thing about that small pole you mentioned. If you look at it, I think what that is, it's two white lights in it. It lights the curb. So at nighttime, that's a crosswalk. So when you step off of the curb, I think that's a night light so that you can see that the curb steps down there so you don't trip at nighttime. I think that's what that might be.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think it's both because if it's a black pole in the night, you will smash into it. You cannot see it. So you can.
Well, yeah, but it's for people walking. For people walking, it's lit. It's a light post, so you can see the curb at your feet, so you don't trip. If it was to block traffic, usually there's a lot of them, right? There's 3 or 4 poles that prevent you from parking there.
Yeah. Could be.
But it could be either one or both. Yeah.
Okay, Salma, would you like to describe this picture?
Yes. This is Georgie's family in a picnic. All the family gathering together, and also their grandfather. And he wonders why are they celebrating, or what event that they're celebrating. Georgie said to him, just he he working as a doctor as he wished, and he's celebrating this moment. And also here Allah is very jealous of Arita, and she refuses to help her daughter, or to read her a story, or also to swing her. All of that because I think she feels that she wants to take control of her family, or her friend, her kids. So she wants to stop her, and she asked her to clean. I think that she deliver a message to her that your purpose here, or your role here, just cleaning and helping me, not my children. So you are not allowed to take over my children. I think that.
Or just, I'm superior to you or something like this, just a message, right? So I'm giving you orders.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Do you guys like picnics? Do you like to go to the picnics in this way?
Yeah, sure.
I like the idea of picnics, but I hate picnics actually, because it's good on the picture, right? But someone need to bring all this stuff here, and it's usually me. That's why I hate picnics all the time. And when I see a vase with flowers, so someone brought 2 vases with flowers to a picnic, to the park.
Come on, yeah. That's a little bit too much. But yeah, you got to bring the blanket, spread it out. You got to bring the basket. You got to bring all the condiments. You got to bring all the food. You got to unpack the basket. You got to lay it all out. That's a lot of work.
And also a bowling that we play there. Yeah. I played a match 3 days a week, 3 days ago, with my kids and my nephews. Till now, all my muscles hurt me.
So Allah said, "I'll take care of the kids. You clean up the mess."
Yeah,
So, yeah, you can clean up the wife always cleans up the mess, right?
yeah, that's it.
Vasant, I just noticed that you connected to the class, and I feel guilty now because you was so quiet.
That's okay. I
Never-
was late.
never- okay. Would you like Vasant to describe this picture?
Yeah, this is the photo of Kronos CEO and his family when his son was alive.
Mhm.
He's just reminiscing. Is that reminiscing or
Reminiscing.
reminiscing?
Reminiscing.
So his old memories that his son while he was looking at the cemetery. So he's dead by then. So he was thinking of the good old days with the happy family.
Yeah,
You can see they were skiing, I think.
See? What they're wearing, Vasant?
I don't know the
We call them toboggans.
okay top.
Toboggans. You just pull it over your head. Yeah.
And scarves, winter clothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweaters.
And the name of the stick is called ski.
Ski
Ski
pole.
Okay, ski pole. Okay.
Well, you know, as a man who was born on the north, I don't believe such pictures, you know. So if you don't have a hat, you know, it's not a real one. So in a real cold, first thing you need it's a hat, you know, something.
Yeah.
So probably it's you know it was made on green screen or something. It's
Yeah. And we say that you lose most of your heat in cold weather goes out your head.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's the first thing you cover if you want to keep warm.
Yeah. And this guy Victor, he's sleeveless, his jacket is sleeveless, and he doesn't have gloves and everything, right? Well, is it believable? Not really, right? Probably it's
And the kid.
Yeah.
And the kid has no socks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for the discussion. And I cannot wait to see the next episode. I don't know how about you. Let's learn what happened with Alla and Arisa. I expect it will be the main topic, main theme for the next series, for the next episodes.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Thank you again. See you in a week.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Bye,
Have a
everyone.
good day.